Hey, what's up, treasure hunters? Did you know that you might be carrying around a penny worth $4 million? Yes, $4 million, enough to buy your dream home, a fancy car, or every single item in the snack aisle. And all of this is thanks to a little piece of copper from 1986 without a mint mark. Intrigued? Good. Stick around, and I'll spill the beans on what makes this penny so valuable, how to identify it, and, of course, whether you've got one hiding in your piggy bank. Spoiler, it's not as rare as Bigfoot, but close. So, let's dive in. First of all, what's the deal with mint marks? For those who skipped coin collecting 101, most US coins have a little letter stamped on them, P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and so on. This tells us where the coin was made. Now, if you look at a penny from 1986, it should have a mint mark. But if it doesn't? Cha-ching! You just hit the coin jackpot. Now, here's the kicker: this particular error, the no mint mark 1986 Lincoln penny, wasn't intentional. It's like that time you meant to take a quick nap but woke up 3 hours later. It just happened. In coin terms, someone at the mint goofed, and a small batch of pennies skipped the mint marking process. And that little mistake? Well, it's making collectors go wild, bidding up to $4 million for one of these beauties. $4 million. That's like trading a penny for a yacht. But wait, I hear you asking, how do I know if I've got one of these magic pennies? Great question. Take out a 1986 penny and look just below the date on the front. If you see no letter there, no P or D, then congratulations, you might be holding a piece of history. But before you start spending your millions, make sure to get it authenticated by a professional. Not all no mint mark pennies are created equal. Let me tell you a quick story. When I first heard about this, I went digging through every jar, drawer, and couch cushion in my house. I even checked that mysterious space between my car seats, where I found a fry older than the penny itself. Sadly, number 1986 no mint mark penny for me, but hey, the hunt was fun. And let's be real, who doesn't love a good treasure hunt? So, what have we learned today? A 1986 penny with no mint mark could make you a millionaire. All it takes is a keen eye, a little luck, and maybe some professional verification. But even if you don't find one, hunting for rare coins is still a blast. You never know, you might stumble on another valuable error coin or even just rediscover some cool pieces of history. You're sorting through a jar of loose change, the kind that's been sitting on your dresser since who knows when, and bam. You stumble upon a penny that could be worth, wait for it, $3.8 million. Yeah, you heard me right. We're talking about a 1994 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. But hold on, don't go raiding your couch cushions just yet. In today's video, we're diving into the juicy details about this rare coin, why it's so valuable, and what makes it such a collector's dream. And trust me, by the end, you'll be giving every penny you find a side eye like it owes you rent. Let's get into it. What makes this little copper beauty so special? The 1994 penny with no mint mark wasn't some kind of rare collector's edition released on purpose. Nope, this is a classic minting mistake, and collectors love a good screw-up. Usually, pennies minted in Philadelphia don't have a mint mark, which is normal. But this particular penny is an error coin, likely struck on the wrong planchet or somehow made from an alloy not intended for circulation. The kicker: this penny isn't just a little quirky, it's one of a kind. There's currently only one confirmed specimen in existence, and it's graded as an MS-67. That's coin nerd speak for, this thing is in ridiculously good condition. A collector snagged it at auction for, you guessed it, $3.8 million. Imagine being the person who casually found that penny in their pocket. Bet they never looked at a gumball machine the same way again. Now, let me share a little story with you. A few months back, I was helping my mom clean out her garage, and we came across an old coffee can full of pennies. I'm talking ancient, dusty, spiderwebbed coins. Naturally, my heart skipped a beat. What if we struck gold, or copper, in this case? Spoiler alert, no jackpot for us. But I did learn to spot potential winners while sorting through all those coins. The thrill of the hunt is real, folks, even if all you end up with is a sticky penny from 1987.so. How can you tell if you've got a potential millionaire penny in your collection? First, look for the date, 1994. Then, check for the absence of a mint mark under the date on the front of the coin. If you think you've hit the jackpot, don't go running to eBay just yet. Get your coin authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Without that official seal of approval, it's just a shiny penny to everyone else. Also, let's talk about condition. The MS-67 grade of the famous 1994 no mint mark penny isn't just about being not scratched. It's about flawless details, a perfect strike, and that gleaming luster that makes collectors swoon. So, don't toss a scratched-up penny in a plastic bag and hope for millions. You'll need to keep it pristine, or better yet, find one that's already pristine.so. What's the moral of today's story? Never underestimate the power of pocket change. That boring old penny you've been ignoring could be worth enough to buy you a mansion, or at least a really fancy car. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and there's always a chance that the next rare gem is hiding in plain sight. A regular OL 2008 penny, right? Wrong. What if I told you that one little penny could be worth a jaw-dropping $3.5 million today? Yep, you heard me right, $3.5 million. That's not just snack money, that's retire to a beach in Hawaii money. Stick around because I'm about to spill the beans on how you could potentially hit the jackpot with this coin in your collection. So, let's get into it. You might be wondering, why on earth is a 2008 penny so valuable? Well, it all comes down to a little mystery known as the no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Normally, coins made at the Philadelphia Mint are supposed to have a little P stamped on them, or no mint mark at all for certain years, but what makes this particular penny special is the combo of it being a flawless specimen and having no mint mark. Here's the kicker, this penny isn't just any old pocket change. It has to be in perfect condition. That means it's got to be shiny enough to make a magpie jealous. These coins are graded on a scale called the Sheldon scale, and you'll need a MS-70 grade to hit the big bucks. That's coin nerd speak for no scratches, no fingerprints, no scuffs. Basically, it looks like it just got minted yesterday. Now, here's the thing about these no mint mark pennies, they're incredibly rare. Like, rarer than finding a unicorn in your backyard rare. Only a handful have ever been discovered in top condition, which is why collectors are willing to shell out millions. And yeah, when I say millions, I mean it. One of these beauties went for $3.5 million at auction. Can you believe it? That's more than some houses cost. Quick story, last year, I was helping my grandma clean out her attic, because, you know, I'm a great-grandson and all, and we came across a jar full of pennies. I jokingly said, hey, maybe one of these is worth a fortune. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. But you'd better believe I inspected every single coin like I was Indiana Jones searching for the Holy Grail. If I had found a no mint mark penny, I probably would have fainted on the spot. So, how can you tell if you've struck gold, or copper, in this case? First, grab a magnifying glass or a good camera phone and check the front of the penny. Look right under the date. If there's no mint mark, you might have something special. Next, inspect the condition. If it's all scratched up from years of living in a junk drawer, it's probably not worth much. But if it looks like it's straight out of a coin catalog, then it's time to get it professionally graded. Here's a pro tip, don't clean the coin. I know, your first instinct might be to polish it up until it sparkles, but collectors actually value the original patina. Scrubbing it could hurt its value. Trust me on this one. So, there you have it, the 2008 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny could be your ticket to financial freedom. Whether it's hiding in a jar, a piggy bank, or that drawer we all have that's full of random junk, it's worth taking a closer look. Who knows? Maybe your spare change is worth a whole lot more than you think. Well, what if I told you that one of those little guys could be worth $3 million? Yep, that's not a typo. We're talking about a 2013 Abraham Lincoln penny, no mint mark, hiding in plain sight and packing some serious value. Now, before you sprint to your piggy bank like it's Black Friday at a coin shop, stick around. We're going to uncover why this tiny treasure is turning heads in the coin world, how you can spot one, and what makes it worth more than a luxury sports car. Spoiler alert, this story involves a happy accident and a lot of luck. The 2013 penny in question is your classic Abraham Lincoln design, nothing too flashy at first glance. It's made of zinc with a thin copper coating, weighs just 2.5 grams, and you probably see dozens of these every week. But here's the kicker, this specific coin lacks a mint mark. No D for Denver, no P for Philadelphia. Nothing. Nada. Zilch. Now, normally, that wouldn't mean much. But this no mint mark penny is special. Somehow, this little gem slipped through the cracks in pristine condition. That's rare enough, but collectors are flipping over it because of its sheer perfection and the hype it's generated. In fact, one recently sold at auction for, get ready, $3 million. So, why so valuable? It's all about rarity and condition. This penny isn't just any OL penny, it's been graded as MS70 by professional coin graders. That's like the coin equivalent of winning the genetics lottery. No scratches, no smudges, no wear. It's flawless, like the Ryan Reynolds of pocket change. And because it's a modern coin, finding one in that condition is almost unheard of. Now, let me share a quick story. Last year, I was cleaning out my car, okay, more like excavating it, when I found a handful of sticky pennies in the cup holder. I thought, hey, maybe one of these is a jackpot. Turns out, they weren't. But the process got me hooked on checking my change. And now, I'm practically a walking coin detector. I even got my friends into it. They think I'm nuts, but who's gonna laugh if I strike gold? Exactly, start by looking at all your 2013 pennies. If you find one without a mint mark, hold on to it. Next, check its condition. If it's shiny and scratch-free, congratulations. You might have something worth grading, and if you really think you've hit the jackpot, send it off to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Yeah, it costs a bit, but imagine the payoff. So, there you have it. One tiny 2013 Lincoln penny, no mint mark, could be the ultimate treasure hiding in your spare change. It's proof that sometimes, the smallest things can make the biggest impact, like a penny worth $3 million or your friend who won't stop texting memes at 2 a.m. Now, don't just sit there. Go check your pennies. And when you do, let me know in the comments if you find anything cool, or even better, send me pics. I love seeing what you all dig up, and hey, before you go diving into the couch cushions, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I've got more tips, tricks, and stories about coins that could make you rich. Turn on notifications, too, so you never miss a thing. Who knows? Your next big find might just be in the bottom of your pocket. You stumble upon a penny worth a jaw-dropping $1 million. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, buckle up, because today we're diving into the curious case of the 2016 Abraham Lincoln penny that's making waves in the coin collecting world. I'll spill the beans on why this coin is so valuable, what to look for, and how you might strike it rich with the pennies sitting in your couch cushions. Oh, and stick around, because I've got a personal story about how I almost threw away a potentially valuable coin. Spoiler, it involves a peanut butter jar. Alright, let's start with the basics. The 2016 D penny. It's not just your run-of-the-mill Lincoln cent. D stands for Denver Mint, and these pennies are pretty common. But here's the kicker, this one isn't about the year or even the mint mark. The value comes down to something much more subtle, an error, yep, a minting error. Some 2016 D pennies have unique flaws like double die obverse, off-center strikes, or even odd material issues. These little quirks send coin collectors into a frenzy because they're rare. And in the world of coin collecting, rare equals $. So, why is one worth $1 million? A coin like this doesn't just show up on eBay for pocket change. It has to be in pristine condition, what collectors call MS-70 or mint state 70. Think of it as the Ferrari of pennies: no scratches, no smudges, perfect luster. Combine that with a crazy mint error, and suddenly, collectors are ready to throw down serious cash. Quick relatable example here: have you ever picked a perfectly ripe avocado at the grocery store? That's kind of what finding a flawless error penny feels like, except instead of guacamole, you're making bank. Now, before you start raiding your piggy bank, let me tell you about my peanut butter jar. A couple of years ago, I thought I'd be super organized and store my interesting coins in an old jar. One day, while spring cleaning, I almost chucked the whole thing in the trash. Fast forward a month later, I learned one of the pennies I had was a rare 1955 double die cent worth about $2,000. Lesson learned: always double check before tossing your pennies. So, what should you look for on your 2016 D pennies? Look for misaligned strikes or extra features that shouldn't be there. If you think you've got a winner, have it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Now, here's the reality check: not every error penny is a $1 million payday. But hey, even a $50 coin is a huge win when it started as 1 cent, right? Alright, folks, now it's your turn. Go raid your spare change, check the cushions, or dig through that random junk drawer. We all have one. Who knows? Your next coffee could be paid for by a penny, or your next mansion. And before you go, let's keep this treasure hunting train rolling. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for more tips on coins worth money, collecting strategies, and fun stories from my adventures in the world of numismatics. Don't forget to smash that like button if you learned something new, or if you just want to see me embarrass myself with more peanut butter jar stories. Catch you in the next one, and happy hunting.